Welcome everyone to Gamer Meld. So you got your hands on one of Nvidia's newest RTX GPUs and you're pumped to finally play something more graphically intense than Tetris. Well, for one, that's not possible, but second, before you jump into all those giga rays, I've got 4 important things you need to do. But first, I will give a thanks to Nvidia for sending me this RTX 2060 so I could do these videos, and I'll likely have something of a review or possibly a versus against Vega 56 now that its price seems to be coming down a little. I'll likely have that out in the next few days. Either way, let's get started. The very first thing you, or really anyone who's upgrading their GPU, needs to do is uninstall your current drivers. Now, for those who've looked this up before, you may have heard it's fine to just go ahead and install your new GPU, that the new drivers will uninstall any old drivers, or to only uninstall your old drivers when switching from one GPU maker to another, like from AMD to Nvidia, Nvidia to Intel, etc. And the thing is that yes, for the most part, things have gotten far more user-friendly and seamless over the years, and usually it'll work just fine, but in my opinion, it's best to go ahead and uninstall your old drivers regardless, because remnants of them can get left behind and cause issues either now or in the future. So first, head to your control panel and click Uninstall a program, then find your driver and uninstall it. Next, go to Nvidia's GeForce website, which I'll have linked in the description below. From there, head to drivers and select your RTX GPU from the list. If you do end up having some issues after installing your new drivers, you may need to use a driver cleanup program to fully remove registry keys, etc. And I'll have a free one linked in the description, but as I've said in the past, only use this as a last resort. Next up, if you have a FreeSync monitor, there's a chance your monitor will actually work with Nvidia's GSync. You've got to have the newest drivers, but after they're installed, go to your desktop, right-click and select Nvidia Control Panel. From here, go to Setup GSync. If your monitor is already supported, it should have everything enabled. But even if it isn't, you can select to enable GSync and make sure you also select the settings for the selected monitor. If you have issues, unfortunately, it just means that your model simply won't work. Now it's time to pull up the GeForce Experience application that you should have installed with your driver. If you just chose the driver, go to Nvidia's site and install GeForce Experience. Now that you've gotten it, get it pulled up. From here, there's an issue that can happen pretty frequently for those who may have installed Steam on more than one driver, copied save files from one drive to another, etc. But basically, you may see duplicate games. If not, then skip this step. If you do, there's 2 ways to fix it. First, click Details and in the top right corner, click the eye to hide it. The more permanent way to fix it is to click Details on the game you don't want, Control-C the directory and head to it in File Explorer. Then just delete the files there. Of course, remember that you want to ensure the game is the version you want deleted. After that, go back to GeForce Experience and click Home, and in the top right, click Scan for Games. This will refresh your games without the duplicate. The fourth thing is also in the GeForce Experience app, so go ahead and get it open. First, head over to the cog for settings in the top right. Now go to Games and make sure to automatically optimize newly added games is checked. This is where Nvidia has spent tons of hours testing different hardware configurations and have found the best settings for certain games. Lastly, first-time Nvidia owners should head over to General and then Settings under In-Game Overlay. Play around with the shortcuts and settings for anyone who loves to capture game footage. So while those are my top 4 must-dos before gaming on a new RTX GPU, what's an optimization or setting you think is needed? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you liked the video, definitely make sure to subscribe. And as always, have a great day.